Hello, it's Stuart Crawford here again with another podcast. And once more, we're going to be looking at what's been going on in Ukraine over the past few days. Now, the world watched on agog as Russian forces abandoned Kherson city and withdrew to the eastern bank of the Dnipro River, destroying the bridges behind them to prevent any pursuit. From the announcement of the planned withdrawal by the Russian authorities on the 9th of the month, just last week, until their declaration that they had actually abandoned the city, took only 3 days. So it seemed to me and others that they in fact had started their move well beforehand. How can we explain such rapid development in the circumstances? Either the Russians have pulled off an impressive coup by withdrawing under the very noses of the Ukrainians, or they came to some local arrangement whereby they were allowed to leave without their enemy interfering in exchange for, well, who knows what. But whatever the case may be, it looks as if they got away with most of their troops and their equipment to fight another day. What might happen next is an interesting question. The Russians are now in a far better tactical position and are no longer under threat of encirclement and or annihilation. They can now defend from the eastern bank of the Dnipro from the far stronger defensive positions that they have been preparing for some time. Plus, Kherson city is still easily within the range of their guns, and the Ukrainians will not relish the thought of having to cross the river under fire. An opposed river crossing, as I've said many times before, is one of the most difficult operations in war. On the other hand, if you look further east or northeast, the Ukrainians are already across the Dnipro, further up the river, and are miles in advance of its eastern bank. They may not have to attempt the difficult crossing in Kherson at all. My bet is that they will strike next, when they're ready to do so, and if the weather permits, towards Melitopol, thereby cutting the connecting highway that linked Russia with Crimea along the banks of the Black Sea. And then they will attempt to roll up Russian forces in the Kherson Oblast as they advance westwards. Time will tell.